And once you're here, I want you guys to scroll down to the bottom of the page and launch your playground. Okay. Now, you might see a different page than me. Don't worry. I'm working with a different Trailhead account because I had recorded this and the recording messed up, so I have to do this recording all over again. But if you see a different page, don't worry. For the purposes of this video, it doesn't matter what page you're on. But here's what I need you to know, okay? On the top right, you're going to see a cog, okay? Remember this cog, okay? Click the gear icon or cog, whatever you want to call it, and click setup, okay? Now this will take you to the setup page. Now this page, it can get a little hairy. There's a lot of stuff going on here, and I can understand if you're overwhelmed. But again, for the purposes of this video, all I want you to know is how to get to setup. Okay, so remember it's this cog up here. Setup, and you click the cog or gear icon, whatever you want to call it. Okay, now if you look to your left, you'll see a whole bunch of pages. And you don't need to know about these pages just yet, but one thing I do want you to know is this quick find box. So if you are searching for something in setup, you can use this quick find box right over here to quickly find things. Okay, and then you'll see if we look at the setup menu, you'll see that there is an administration, um, I guess, tab, and this is where you can manage your users and data. And you can do things like adding users, changing permissions, importing data and exporting data, and so forth. And then next off, you'll see Platform Tools. And Platform Tools is pretty much where you do most of your customization. So you can view and manage your data model, create apps, modify the user interface, deploy features to your users. A lot of programmers like to use the Platform Tools. Okay, so let's scroll down. And then last, you'll see Settings. Okay. Now, settings is where you can manage your company information and your org security and other things like adding business hours and other things too. But for the purpose of this video, let's just visit one of these pages, okay? And we're going to click on settings, we're going to go to company settings, and let's view company information because I think that's relevant to this video, okay? Let me get rid of this highlight, okay. So now if we look at the company information, here we can see the user licenses. So how many licenses there are in total, how many we have used in total, and how many are remaining. Okay. We can see permission set licenses. Don't worry about this stuff. But yeah, you can see like a whole bunch of different things. You can also see the used data space, used file space. We can see the org ID. This is important. This org ID. This is where you can see your org ID. Okay. You don't need to know this now, but it will be important in the future. Okay. Now, if we go back to setups, remember we click the gear icon and click setup. You'll find that you can also access the object manager from here. And the object manager is where you manage your objects, whether it's standard or custom. You do all that here. And if you don't know what that is, don't worry. I briefly talked about objects in another video, but I haven't dived too much into it, so don't worry. But this is where you would manage your custom and standard objects. Okay, so that's all about you need to know. If you remember one thing from this video, remember that this gear icon takes you to setup. That's all I want you to remember. Okay, so let's go back and let's go ahead and do the quiz. Okay. The company information page is where you can find your org ID. Yes, remember how I said that was important. Licenses available and in use, also yes. Important information on important limits such as data and file usage, also yes. So yes, D, all of the above. And you can see that here as well. So if you want to take notes, I would take note of that. What are the three main categories in the setup menu? So if we go back, we can actually see the three main categories. We'll see that administration is one of the main categories. Platform tools is also part of the main categories, and settings is also one of the main categories. Okay, so administration, platform tools, and settings. Let's scroll down. What is an easy way to find what you're looking for in the setup menu? This one should be easy, guys. Remember how I showed you this quick find um, search bar? If you want to quickly find something, you would type that here. So this would be type the first few letters of what you're looking for in the quick find box. Yes. Click headings and subheadings until you find what you're looking for. You can do this, but it's inefficient. Memorize what's in each category. There's a lot of stuff, and even I don't know what's in every category. But this is also a viable option, but also um, inefficient. Click one of the main categories in the setup menu, then look at the page to the right. No. So it's going to be A. Okay. So, and by the way, when you're taking the Salesforce admin exam, you're going to have questions like this where there could be multiple answers that are correct, but only one of them makes the most sense. One of them is the most efficient. So there is a best answer. While there can be multiple answers, there is one best answer. So just remember that. In this case, the answer is A. And let's check the quiz. Awesome. Got our points. Let's tackle the last unit of this module. Thank you guys for joining me. And if you guys like my videos, please consider subscribing. It really helps me out a lot. And liking this video. Thank you. Bye.